Welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Talk. So again, we're back, we're good. Myself, Mayowa, Stoppage Time TV and loads of other stuff. Today I'm joined by probably one of the hardest working individuals in between you, your brother, your younger brother. I don't know many more people that work harder than you guys. I'm joined by Daniel. What's good? What are you telling me?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for
People a little introspective about who you are. I mean, I can do it, but I'll be here all day because you know there's still when it comes to you. But you want to let people that haven't come across you before know who you are.
I'm Daniel Olaoye. I'm currently playing in Germany at the moment, and I'm 23 years old. I have a twin brother who also plays professionally, and my younger brother also, Jonathan.
Yeah, man. So the first question I'm asking everyone that jumps on is, how is your diet at the moment?
To be fair, my diet's on point. Like I've been getting fairly like I wasn't too strong about this vegan thing at first when I heard about it, but I've been getting like sent quite a few vegan products to try and like meals to try. Yeah. So like I'm slowly putting that into my diet, and I see it does help because even little things like you eating right makes you like you just feel better. You have more energy to train. That's why I'm constantly at it because I believe my diet.
Gram every day. You're there out there every day.
Without fail, man.
Nah, heavy. But in terms of everything, the world's in a crazy place at the moment, and one of the things that's affected by that is, of course, football. And as we've discussed now, not only do you play football, all of your siblings play football, but you personally, how are you at the moment? I know you've seen some crazy stuff in football. You've been all over Europe. You've had your injury, but after an event like this where football just comes to a standstill, how are you feeling at the moment?
At the moment, I feel, well, it's not because you don't have football, but at the moment, this is a time like for us to work on certain aspects, like maybe our weaknesses, positions, places we have to brush up on in our football and just polish us as a player. Like this is the period that it can give us to work on stuff that we cannot get to work on with during the season, and just see different insights into how you can improve or how you can work on this thing, and just different ways of technique. Like for example, people are having a lot of home workouts now, and a lot of people are not doing this during season, but you can find out that doing these home workouts can still work, and not having, so example, some people don't have much space or a tight area. Like even in these tight areas or people have, you can still do a lot of stuff, and there's these little things that you work on are the little things that make a difference in your game eventually.
And like I said at the top, I've always known of you to be a hard worker anyway, so it doesn't surprise me that you're continuing what you would normally do. But how does it differ? Because you know a lot of the ballers from London as well, don't you, that are still playing ball in the UK. How is the situation with football in Germany at the moment with the pandemic different to England? How are they coping with it over there? Because you're back home now, right?
Yeah.
Did you come back home just before they stopped travel and everything?
Yeah, just maybe about, I would say a month ago now.
Okay.
A month ago now. So the situation there is they came on it down quicker than England. But England waited for something to happen and then they reacted, including football-wise, I would say. So in Germany, even now, they've seen a decrease in the virus or in the deaths. So there's Bundesliga teams, as far as I know, have come back into training, but in groups, like I was mentioned to you earlier. England Premier League hasn't come back at all, so I think because they reacted late, they're gonna have to wait a bit more time. But I think things in Germany are more organized. Even the health side of things are much more organized than England at the moment.
In terms of like the footballing aspect, you said that they came down on it a lot more quicker. What do you reckon's being done differently in terms of football-wise over there that they're not doing here? Because you said that some teams are training in groups of 5 already, right? Do you reckon you'll go back out soon?
I reckon I can be out probably in May.
In May, okay.
Probably in May. Wow. Yeah, they had how do you say, like a deadline that within the April 20th that sporting activity can start again. But I think they've prolonged it for another week now, just to make sure everything will be, when it goes down like it's finished. But they said people are becoming immune to it, so like the virus might be like people are just fighting it off. So maybe football will come back, but I think no fans in the stadium. I read even today, and I was told that no fans in the stadium maybe until 2021.
2021.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
That's crazy. But on that though, because that is interesting in terms of you've had a lot of experience. I mean, you were in Greece for a little bit, right?
Yeah, in Sweden also.
Sweden. You've done in Germany. Is there a lot of fans at in terms of the leagues that you've played in and the areas you played in? Is there still like a good amount of fans that come out and support the teams?
Yeah, especially like in Greece, especially when there's a derby game, there's fans, and that the stadium will go crazy because there are a lot of fans. So like it will be like a rivalry. So you have even friends of friends, but when it's football, there's no friends in football at all. But Germany, like when we have like a derby game or something like this, there's a lot of fans turn up, man, to these games. But the lower, how do you say, the games that are not a derby game, but like a normal game, you know what I mean? Like it'll be okay. But when it's a rivalry, then you see the fans. But at this moment, playing in front of fans, it's not ideal at all, because the fans give you that extra push. But
I was going to say,
if it has to be done to keep things down, then it'll have to be done.
I was going to say, in terms of your personal game, do you think your game could be affected by there not having that the fan atmosphere?
Or
even not just you. What about other players? Do you reckon that there's a high percentage that some players are affected by not having that fan presence?
Yeah, I think so, man. Fans play a key part in football. Like fans give you that extra push when you're losing, give you that excitement when you're winning, and give you that drive and like that passion just to keep going. You know what I mean? So my game, I wouldn't say it would be affected, but I can say that my other teammates maybe could be affected by it also.
And with you now, I mean, you've like, this probably doesn't faze you because you've seen, like we mentioned before, loads of stuff in football. You're still only 23. You've been to loads of different countries to play. You've seen different atmospheres.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that football as a game will change after this? Or do you reckon that we can eventually get back to normal?
I think we can eventually get back to normal, but not straight away.
Yeah.
I don't think straight away, because this has, like, it's never happened, just a standstill. And then imagine we come back for the season, or I don't even think the pre-season would be as long as it normally is. Like going away on tours, going away on camps. I don't think that will happen this year due to this. And going away on camps and tours is good, because especially the higher teams, they see their fans that don't get to come into Europe to watch their games, or they go to China or these countries like this. So maybe it can affect it following on to next season. But yeah, I think it will have a difference on football at the moment. But hopefully it will slowly get back and we'll be back to normal soon.
How about for you though? Because you've been vocal about how you would like to play in different parts of Europe. I think you've said that you wouldn't mind playing in Holland or Portugal.
Yeah,
with what's happened now, do you still have those aspirations of moving around Europe?
Yeah, I still have that, man. Like, I have a feeling that football will come back to normal, and then people feel free to travel to these places. And like for myself, if I had to move clubs, I had to move countries, I would be comfortable moving clubs or countries. I've done it quite a bit, so and I settled down quite quickly when I moved to different countries. So I don't think it would be a problem due to this virus. After it ends, then it won't be a problem for me to go to this country if I wanted to, or have this move if I wanted to, if you know what I mean.
In terms of your situation now, with you're still contracted to be in Germany next season, right?
No, so I have this season, and I have talks for next season, but I have options in higher tiers in Germany. So it's something that I was gonna see in this the time around April, May is the time when my agent speaks to other clubs or tries to get things done for next season. So I already know if I'm not here, I'm there next season, if you know what I mean.
And
So
how's that been with, obviously, Corona's come, so how has this affected those sort of talks?
it's delayed stuff as well, and there's also clubs that are looking to go up as well.
Yeah.
And this situation, maybe financially, they might not be able to cope going up. And these are clubs that my agent's in talks with, or clubs that are about to go down, but from a higher league down into a lower league. So at this moment, he's been able to have talks here and there, but it's just not solid talks. So everything seems like up in the air at the moment, with talks in moving. But at this moment, I'm just trying to see what football brings and see what I can do when I go back.
No, I hear you. So we mentioned Germany, players of 5 are kind of coming together and whatnot. So you reckon the season will be finished in Germany, right? You won't avoid the season like they're looking to do in some leagues. The Belgian league,
I believe
it, and then they reversed that decision, didn't they? The Belgian league, I think.
Yeah. Because I think they just made that decision because in Belgium it was easy. I think they had 1 game left in the league, and Germany, I think there's about at least 10 games left, even in England. So it's not easy to just void the season like that. Like that will mean all the hard work put into the season, all the money spent on players will just become a waste if the season is null and void. So I think it will finish in Germany because I heard that they're trying to go back in for May, so they're finished by June, so it's not too late.
Yeah.
But if you come back in June and you're finishing for July, mid-July, August, it's
That's
eating into next season already. So yeah, that's no pre-season at all. So yeah, that's what I think at the moment.
But like it is crazy times because even for fans, you're thinking. I'll be honest with me. I haven't watched Sky Sports or anything like that since this happened. It was like there's nothing live. I'm watching it, so you get me. I mean, what would you say has been the single hardest bit about this? I know training for you is easy. I know that, but what would you say has been the really hard bit? And even maybe not even for you, but some of the players you're playing with. For a footballer, what is the hardest part about quarantine?
I think not being out there training on the training pitch, practicing stuff with your teammates, maybe if you want to gauge a link up with your players or get to know the team better, or even if players want to get moves, this is a hard bit because this is at a standstill. Also, I would say for me, game time. Like at this moment, I could be playing games, but due to quarantine, I'm not playing games. You know what I mean? So, that's a key thing, especially in football. Game time is key. Like the more games you get, the more exposure you get, and it'll just put your value high, if you know what I mean. So, that's what I would say is the hardest thing at the moment.
Because you having a decent season this season so far, right? Yeah,
not too bad. It's stop and start. I had a few issues at the beginning, but now as it was getting on the right path, this has come.
This is coming. But fingers crossed, it doesn't affect kind of transfers or your value and stuff. In terms of being the sort of player you are, and kind of players that play in attacking positions, etc. Some players have like goal bonuses and all this type of stuff and etc.
Yeah.
From your knowledge, does this affect stuff like that?
I would say could affect things like this because a player, for example, rather get their full salary than if their goal bonuses were taken away, I think they'll be fine with it. But if they were to get their full salary or their salary halved, so example, someone said, we'll half your salary or take away a goal bonus. I think the person would say, take away my goal bonus and keep my salary, if you know what I mean.
So ballers don't mind as long as they're just getting their salary.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because the salary could be more. Even the goal bonus can add to it, but if you say that you prefer your full salary than having your, no matter how much the goal bonus might be, because it's never as much as the salary anyway. But especially for a striker, though, a striker could say that they're not accepting either because a striker could get a lot of goals. For example, someone who scores a lot of goals.
Yeah.
But like maybe a defender or a midfielder, if they were to say, or maybe like a clean sheet bonus for defense.
Yeah.
If they were to say this is taken away, then I don't think too many people would mind it. To be fair, as long as they have their main salary, that's what that's their family, that's their bread and butter. So yeah.
And how is it kind of now, because your brother's still out there, right? He's still, because he probably just signed did he just sign his new contract recently?
Yeah, he just signed a few weeks ago. Yeah.
So for him, it's kind of like you signed and now you can't play.
Yeah. That's the thing. But
you could sign, but no one knows what's going to happen. And then how about your younger brother? What sort of situation is your younger brother in at the moment?
Nah, he's in a fine situation. As he was supposed to finish his signing in Sweden, so he's come back with some other English boys that were at his club in Sweden.
Okay.
So because they were gonna say you're only gonna train twice a week now, due to this, because a lot of players have gone back and there was not much players there. So he said the club said he will come back and the league starts again in June, I believe. So he'll be back there in May.
Okay.
So his situation is like my twin brothers, because he just moved to this club as well. So it's like he's moved and he's come back straight again, and he'll have to go back when the season's ready to play.
That's crazy, man.
So
this is the
he
stuff.
just training with me as well. So just trying to stay fit, just trying to stay on top of it. I know people can use this time as like a chill time or rest time, but to be fair, in my perspective, there's no time to chill in football, because there's that person behind you that's gonna come take your space. So there's no time to chill.
No, I hear that. Still on that though, you and your twin are both 23. You both want to do big things in the game. Once this is over, do you reckon this is going to be the most important end of season, or if it's a new season in your career yet?
Yeah, to be fair, I think the next, because this season, I don't want to say it's over, but like in my mind, it's over already. But
let's stay there for a minute. In terms of when you say it's over, do you mean that even if you go back to play, it's going to be hard to get back in the zone? Is that what you mean, or?
It can be hard because you won't be getting back to, because you might be training, but your other teammates might not be training as much, or might not be as motivated as much. So, and football's a team game. It's not an individual game. So like my success can revolve around the team, and it's a team success, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it will be hard, but I would say over in terms of it started, it stopped, it's gonna start again, and it's gonna stop again, and then it's gonna start again the new season. So there's no like rhythm in it, where it normally starts, you stop, you have your little break, and then it starts again. You know what I mean? So in that case, yeah.
And do you reckon you would ever want to come back to England to play football?
Yeah, someone asked me this the other day, in fact. I said eventually, but I want to try and reach at least the Bundesliga or second Bundesliga in Germany, which I know I can push for.
Because you had a stint at Dortmund, didn't you?
Yeah, man. About a year and a half ago, 2019, 18.
You played with Zimmerman, right?
Yeah, so he was one of the players that were playing the second team, and like a year later, I believe, he moved to Norwich from Dortmund as well.
And then they got promoted, didn't they?
Yeah, so I was like, this guy's played Premier League within 2 years or something. Just moving from, because I see a lot of players in Germany, like they'll use a second team of Bayern or Dortmund. Yeah. You can use that to step into, example, Championship in Germany. You can use that to step into there, and then you can use that as a stepping stone to move up. Yeah. So in Germany, it's very different in England, because you have like the under-23s in England playing in the under-23 league. So, but in Germany, you'll have the second teams playing in like a League 2 of England or League 1 of England or a Conference of England, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So it's men versus it's men's football. It's not.
Yes, it's men's football. It's not any under 23 football, under 18 football, and you get more exposure, and it opens you up to how can I say, to different venues. That, example, you don't want to stay in Germany and you're playing for a second team in the fourth tier. You can move to a first league team in Austria or first league team in Denmark. Like, because of the standard of football in Germany, you can move to a country's first league or second league like that. So it gives you a good stepping stone. The standards are good.
Do you reckon more clubs are going to start looking at youngers from London? Because even within your time, you've created a lot of noise. I remember Reece Oxford had a little stint in Germany. He created noise. Obviously, Sancho's come. He's created noise. Do you reckon a lot more German teams are going to really, really look at UK youngsters?
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that because, example, Sancho, example, Reece, Nelson also.
Yeah.
Who else went out there? Lookman. Like, they've all done well, especially Sancho and Reece did very well when he went out there as well. So I think it's an eye-opener that there are footballers in London that can play at that high level. They just need to be given an opportunity. But I don't think footballers in England are so open to going abroad. I've seen more go here and there, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's a trend in England yet, them going abroad like this, if you know what I mean. Like, a lot of them are big clubs here. I'm not going to say this, but like, a lot of them will be happy staying on the bench instead of getting game time at a good level like the Bundesliga, if you know what I mean.
Why do you think that is, though? Because how young were you and your brother when you first both went out?
18.
18. You were supposed to go when you were 17, right? And then you had to wait till you were 18, I swear.
I had to wait because my dad wouldn't let me, man.
Yeah. But why do you think a lot of young UK, let's say London anyway, because we know there's bare ballers in London. Why do you think a lot of London ballers or UK ballers are not travelling out
there? I think that...
Oh, sorry, bro. The signal went mad. I can hear you now.
Where they are, like...
Yeah, sorry, bro. The signal went a bit crazy.
You can hear me?
Wait, one second, bro. 1 second.
Yeah, but...
Cool. Let me repeat that line again because the signal went crazy. Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So why do you think a lot of young ballers or London ballers are not doing what you and your brother did and going out to Europe and getting experiences and life experiences?
I think because a lot of them are in their comfort zone. A lot of them don't want to get out of their comfort zone and try different things. Maybe settle into a different area, settle into a different country, meet new people. Maybe going out there it might be a bad experience, but you'll learn from it, maybe. You can learn from it. There's always things that you can learn from, and then you can make you grow as a person. But a lot of them are not out of the comfort zone and want to do things and leave their area if they're too comfortable here, if you know what I mean.
So, boy, big season for you next season, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, man. God willing, bro. God willing.
Hopefully, God willing, and hopefully, if you know the situation gets sorted and you're playing again and the move comes, then happy times, man. But bro, love always, man. Proper appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, man.